Okay, thank you. So this is really just a session where we are giving opportunity to yourselves to ask questions, but also for us just to give you our initial thoughts and reactions to the judgment today. So you'll be aware that this case has been going on, but the main issues is this is a tax exemption that the judges used to enjoy before the new constitution. When you say it was a tax exemption, is that a judge was entitled to import a car duty-free. So it was a duty-free car, which then is a tax exemption. Now, Article 210 of the Constitution then removes any tax exemption from any state officer. In other words, there can be no tax exemption for state officers. So that's the genesis of where we are on this matter. So after the 2010 Constitution, then the head of the public service in 2010 introduced a tax cushion for the judges and decided on an amount of 2.5 million. So you will see that at that point the decision was made by the head of public service. The commission had already been established with the mandate to review and set the benefit for state officers, meaning that at that point it was only the commission that would have made that decision whether indeed the duty-free could be converted to something else. But that decision, notwithstanding the fact that the commission was already established, was made by the head of public service. The head of public service does not have the mandate in the Constitution to review or to set any benefit of any state officer, including this particular case that we are talking about. So it is only SRC that has the preserve in the Constitution to review and set any benefits for state officers. So that amount of 2.5 was later reviewed upwards up to 10 million. And what it means is that every 4 years, a judge then is awarded, is granted 10 million to buy a personal car, notwithstanding the fact that the judge is actually already given a car paid by the taxpayers with a driver. That car is fueled, it is maintained by the public. So the state officer, in this case the judge, already has a benefit that the commission has set, and they are entitled to a car fully maintained, fueled by the taxpayer. So this additional benefit is actually not for official use, it's for personal use. That indeed the taxpayer is then being tasked to actually pay for a personal use, something for personal use, not for official use. The second issue that we see here is that this benefit has direct financial benefit to a judge, and therefore the question is whether a judge can then make a decision without having a conflict of interest on a matter whether they have direct financial benefit. So from where the commission sits is, this is a benefit that has direct financial benefit to the judge, and therefore is a matter that would bring a conflict of interest in a decision that the judges would make on the matter. The other very big concern for the commission is that it is going to cost the taxpayers 2.5 billion 2.5 billion every 4 years based on the current number of judges. If the number is increased, there will be more, because this benefit will then extend to other state officers as well. So it has a potential of 2.5 billion, which the taxpayers will have to pay, and which has not gone through the process that is required in the Constitution of public participation. Every benefit that the Commission sets has to go through public participation. In this particular case, it means that the 2.5 billion the taxpayers will pay, there has been no public participation, and there will be a requirement that that burden is now passed to the taxpayer for a personal benefit, not for official benefit. So as a commission, we are committed to uphold the Constitution, and we shall therefore be appealing against the judgment that was made today. So that really is the position of the Commission, and with that, therefore, I will take any questions that you may have.
Chair, questions? Okay. Chair, my name is Martin Wangi from NTV. First, you say there is a conflict of interest with how this judgment has been made, and then you say that you are going to appeal. So who are you going to appeal to?
We will still appeal to the same. When this matter was brought to the attention of the judiciary, they did assure everybody that they will be impartial. So we shall still appeal, and you're right in saying it is still the same judges who will still hear, and it is still a benefit to them, but we shall still go through that process.
My name is Agnes from Citizen TV. So, according to SRC, who ought to have had the case?
According to SRC, we did request the judiciary that instead of this matter going through this process, let it go through mediation, and that we would then have parties who are independent to take it through mediation. Remember, mediation is accepted even by the judiciary as an alternative dispute resolution mechanism. So that was the recommendation, that was our plea to the court from the beginning, that we see a potential conflict of interest, and that it would be in the interest of all parties and upholding the Constitution that it goes through mediation.
I'm sorry, just a follow-up question. So, of what sense does it make? Because you already say that there is conflict of interest, and so even if you are to appeal, the same judges are going to hear the case or hear the matter. Why then can't SRC come up with maybe amicable, maybe if not solution, but a suggestion on how to settle this out of course, even to avoid costs?
We did request, and I did mention, in fact, that was the first the first thing that the Commission filed in court, was to request exactly that. Can we have a process of mediation instead of going through the court process? But the judiciary took a different view and gave assurance that they will be impartial. So we want them to appeal based on that understanding that they will be impartial.
So what happens if the decision remains the same?
Well, the court process is there. You appeal. You can still appeal to the next. But at the end of the day, we have to, as you say, we are, as a commission, we are committed to upholding the Constitution. So once we exhaust the process, then we will be bound by that.
Yes, about that. Oh, anyone else? Anyone else? Maybe 47, are you okay? You just came? Yeah, quiet.
Now that you say this,
station.
my name is T. Marco from KBC. You have stated that there is a conflict of interest. So, do you have any confidence that justice is
When it comes to a process such as this, we still believe that mediation would have been the better option, rather than going through a process where the other party has a direct financial benefit. So in terms of, do we feel that there will be fairness, it's only the outcomes that will tell. But it is difficult for us to say, will it be impartial or not? But we can only take it through the process. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.